I'm afraid to talk too much.
Yes.
If there's people asleep around. What's going on, everyone?
Everyone's asleep.
So, did you watch the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones?
Oh my god. I was giddy. We were actually here watching it 2 nights ago, and I was pumped. I kept on grabbing on going. Oh, it was so.
Kim rewatched episode 9
so
before the 10th one just so because it was so good.
We were going to, but we only watched it.
Oh yeah,
before. But episode 9 episode. Oh, geez, sorry, excuse me. Like all the other seasons, what I've noticed is 9 is always the battle type one, and then 10 is the more talking, settling down. But
was it good one?
Oh Jesus, yeah, it was definitely the best by far because I've watched them nearly back to back. Yeah, it's definitely the best. Ellen thinks as well it's the best.
Do you know a word I like?
What?
Girth.
You're going to be like gunt.
No, I like girth. I think that word is a lovely word.
Yeah, macaroon.
Sorry, I had to use the little boys' room before the thing, and it just popped into my head.
Oh, was that when you walked in front of me? Was it?
That was.
That's
exactly it.
I wonder why you had
that. We're going to talk about that part of it.
Yeah, but that's why God came into mind.
Yeah.
Shrimp salad came.
It's like anti-girth. Yeah. Excuse me.
So yeah, so that happened.
What we were talking about when we were just before this, I was going to get the external hard drive down below
because I was got an external hard drive
with the Minecraft video that we might be putting up behind this, and that we'd have it in the background, and you'd be going, "Oh my God, I can't believe!"
Jeez, what did you say that was? That was.
I didn't say how many blocks it was.
No.
Did
you
I?
said how many years ago was that?
That was just over 2 years ago that we did this video here that's in the background.
Oh, it is going to be in the background?
It is going to be. It's going to be in the background. It's the raw file is like 35 minutes from Xbox 360 it was.
Yeah, that was just weird. We just spent ages just doing that.
Because that was on our niece's world. And she was messing one day that she wanted to go and to kill all the squid people or something in a town, and I decided to. First, it was going to be just slightly higher than the buildings, of like a tank.
Yeah, remember that?
And well, you can see what's going on here in the picture.
And going. To be honest, I done most of it. I'm not going to lie.
Don't lie then.
Yeah.
Also, your camera.
My camera.
Maybe later on tonight, seeing as you're going to be all poofed out and stuff, I am going to download the Resident Evil 7 demo on PlayStation. And I am going to record my point of view of it. Right? I don't remember from watching the demo on the thing. Yeah. So I don't remember anything about it. I will do it with a face cam and all that stuff. I will probably jump because it will be. There's no point around beating about the bush of the points.
Beating around the point of the bush.
That jump scares happen.
My point in the bush. What?
The jump scares happen. That pussy that always that ginger pussy that always at night. For fuck's sake.
There was one day actually I was
frightens the bollocks out of me.
I think I was going off one of the days and I was getting into the car and I think it was on the sunny days. And next minute, when I was reversing back, it sprinted out of the fucking office.
The word girth.
Are we back to this? Yeah?
No. I'm just thinking of the word. Thick. Just the word.
Thick.
Can that's thick. Not just applied to a member?
No.
To a Johnson.
No.
That word Johnson. It's not. It's a
thick.
Universally known as thick. Yeah, I thought that, but I'm just wondering because I might put that in the title, the word girth on it. It's not that you get in trouble for it.
It's a possibility, lads. It's a possibility.
What happened if I wrote it down the side? Took a picture.
Oh Jesus! It took me a second now. What you were talking about?
What?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Writing down the side. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what.
What are you saying yeah for? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I went down the side of the thumbnail.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. He means it down the side of the cock.
No, I didn't.
Let's not be cross. Let's not be cross about this. What?
There was something else. What was I going to say? Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, so I'm gonna, if you don't mind, if you're not using that later to use your thingies, I will be using that, and I'll do my demo, and then maybe tomorrow night before we watch Batman v Superman,
Legally.
the extended version.
Pirated.
By the way, spoilers. With no spoilers, I've seen it already.
Yeah, I've seen screenshots of it. I'm quite excited.
And we're going to watch it on Saturday tomorrow night. We're going to watch it tomorrow night.
A bit of a semi going on thinking about it, but sure. It'll turn into
You
a full on.
actually
Probably will.
walked by while I was starting the film, because I thought you were going out for the night, and I was there and I heard a noise like someone on the stones, and when I opened the door, you were actually walking in the back door, and it was the bit where Bruce Wayne was getting out of the helicopter at the start, and I wasn't going to say how are you, because if you came over and you saw it, you would have been like,
You can see you.
1080.
And then on your telly.
Do
Mickey's
you
got a big
remember the
telly.
bit? Do you remember the bit? It's wide. You need wide angles. You do. The bit where the copper, the policeman.
Yes.
The guard is in the thing,
guard is
and he
shooting
looks
Malone's,
around,
yeah.
and then he looks, and you see Batman.
Yeah.
Remember in our first version of
can't
it,
see nothing.
you could barely see him.
Nothing. Yeah. You can see nipples and all. And I'm not talking about
You see
nipples
it
on
throbbing.
the suit. I'm
You see
talking
it
about
throbbing.
like nipples poking through him.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it.
fantastic.
Did you see all the photoshopped versions of Henry Cavill with the long hair and the beard?
I have, yeah.
Did you
I haven't seen the
picture?
beard, but
Did
I've
you
seen
see
the
the
long
picture.
hair.
There's a picture then of something like I will
Have
come
you
back.
wait? Have you seen the pictures? I was just about to say yeah, and then you continued on to the next.
Right, there was a picture then after it was like I will come back and I will wreak vengeance. Or I will help you all. Then there was a picture of Ben Affleck underneath, and he was like, girl, and it was like, no, boo boo, you won't be coming back with this hairdo, no. It was like, hey, boo boo,
Whatever.
bubby, hey bubby.
Very good.
I'm looking at Henry Cavill there now.
I see
He's
just talks of
massive.
Left 4 Dead 3.
Romantic.
There's a lot more talks about
Yeah,
Left 4 Dead 3.
somebody seen.
Don't know.
Somebody seen. It was a leaked screenshot of somebody in Valve or something like that. Had a subfolder on their either desktop or in their computer, and it had Left 4 3 on it.
Left 4 3.
Left 4 3, yeah. Before 4. 6 to 7.
Sure, listen,
7, 8, 9.
That's such bullshit then. Did you hear about Flash season 3 / Harry Potter /
Felton.
yeah.
2 seconds, gonna pause the video here. Gavin, the game. And let's continue. I'll explain about that later.
Okay. What? Is that a dirty naughty
No,
thing?
it actually isn't.
Did you actually tell Gavin those jokes?
No, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the game.
Tell us now.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, let's go on. So, why was 6 afraid of 7? For 7, 8, 9. Do you know I literally said?
Why
that
did
for
I
5
say in my
minutes ago?
head I went 8, 9, 10? Why did I go like that?
I said that about 5 minutes ago and you just did not hear that.
Hear what?
That joke. I said
What
exact
were we
same
doing?
joke. I don't know, talking. Like right
Here?
now. Yes. About
In the
20,
video?
Yeah, about 20 seconds ago I said that joke. And I knew you weren't listening.
But I must be talking about something.
I don't know what you're talking about. Some shite.
What were
Tom
you talking
Felton,
about?
how we going? Slytherin.
I said something about.
Would you
No, you
slither
didn't
in?
say it.
No, fuck, slither in. Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
slither in? You get it?
2 pumps in the swerve.
Two pump jump. Keep sticking to me
Yeah,
legs.
so that'd be good. That'd be good. The Alchemist or whatever it is, and then the whole Hal Jordan
Yeah,
talking, and
bringing in at the end. Yeah. That's always fucking down.
Yeah, I know. What is your Pornhub expiry
Pornhub.
thing on it?
It's actually Garmin Express. Thank you very much.
How do you just come up with these things?
Fuck
These
off.
words in the middle of talking. Huh?
You're
Garmin Express.
Yeah.
What a load of bollocks.
Dick waddle. So,
So,
what one is this about?
this video,
Yeah.
Girth.
Gosh. Tick. Why did you have to do that? One, face, and two, like, expression. No.
Excuse me.
Look like the tick was... What?
I have no idea
I don't know, really.
what that's all about. So we talked about the Justice League last week, didn't we?
That was a big video.
That was a good one.
That was a good
I
video.
like that
Yeah,
video.
no,
That was a
it
good
was
one.
sweet.
It was a good one.
Sweet.
10 minutes into this one.
What?
10 minutes into
Jesus.
it.
What have we said?
Nothing really.
Nothing of interest. How's it going? Gavin, how you doing? How's the mother? How's the father?
Did you get the
How you
lift
get?
back?
Yeah.
I for some reason, I don't know why, I thought you were up there until 12, and it ended up
No.
that
Flight
it was
back,
at 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember if I said that
She's
to you. It was
halfway
either in
to
that-
Iceland now.
To what?
No, she's not halfway. She's only left the Germany. I told her not to mention the war.
What did you just say? Before that? Well, you said it twice.
So we're going to Iceland.
Yeah.
Don't worry, English football fans. Riceland, not Iceland.
Oh!
See? Football joke. I is
What a good burn.
Yeah. So yeah,
They're from Iceland,
she's
so...
on the flame, the plane. So the
Where was it? Frankfurt? Or...
Frankfurt.
Ah, yeah. You see,
With
I thought
Lufthansa.
Bossman...
Lufthansa. The
Really
one that
want
was
to go
checking
to Germany.
The one that was checking her in was fucking fish. What?
We are going... Usually they're not.
Usually not. They're usually like...
not.
What's it?
When we were coming back from Belgium, that time that the terrorists were
Yeah, that was
striking,
so
there was a yeah, well, there was, I don't know what was going
There was a
on.
strike,
I really,
but
listen, all I cared about was
bombs.
fucking going to Bruges. That's all I cared about. I didn't give a fuck what was going on in
Bruges.
Brussels at the time. You know what I mean? Spending money to go to Bruges, I'm not going to be looking over my shoulder. There was a girl, and she was all right. Girl, what do you call them? Air host.
Female.
No, flight attendant.
Tommy Dollies.
Flight attendant. Yeah. Oh, I heard about
What's
the
his
other day.
name?
I heard about the other day at the dinner table, and
She
turned
let
around
it
with the
slip,
B.
alright.
Who did?
Oh wait, what?
No, that the boss man was talking about with the
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No, Self also let slip that she was a massive scumbag. So, yeah, she let it slip, yeah. We were talking about anyway.
She wasn't holding on to it well, was
Yeah, slip lad.
It's the girl.
It's the tick.
Come on. I don't understand. that
We were
she's,
talking about me having the shits the other night, and then she said I dripped it out. I went, and me
in
mother,
front of.
yeah, she let it slip.
You see,
and my mother
you
just
see,
went. My mother just went, eh. Yeah.
You wouldn't even expect Jimmy Carr to say something
No.
like that in front of someone.
So I let it drip out.
That
I did, to be
is
honest.
not.
Because basically what happened
Did you
was,
get like a big doorstop Tampax?
I could have used a fucking kitchen roll. Who buys one ply? Well, I could have used the whole thing as a tampon.
Do you want to tell the story about
Right,
that?
okay,
No.
so at least this is going to be this is going to be a topic for the video. The other night, I was in ourselves' house with the family, and we were in a separate room watching Game of Thrones. And her father came in.
Spoilers.
I shot
6.
myself.
Oh no, it was.
I nearly did. Her dad came in and he was talking for, good 5 minutes. But halfway through that 5 minutes, I got this really, really bad pain in my stomach. So I was trying to do the whole smiling face, but in
Through
pain.
the pain, yeah.
So I don't think he noticed him. So he went and I said to us, right, I said, I'm going to
Watch
go out
these
to the
videos,
car.
you will.
What?
If you watch these videos, you will.
So I said to myself, right, I'm going to go out to the car and pretend to get something, or pretend to put something in it, and then on the way back, or the way to it, I'm going to fart, and let absolute, because that's what I thought the pain was, I thought I was holding the gases, so I said I'd let absolute rip. I was wearing creamy trousers, not because anything happened, the colour of them were cream. Dirty. So on the way out, next door neighbour was out the very front.
Every sentence that you say,
something dirty.
is there like an underline
Yeah.
in the back of your head going, can I make this filthy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's alright.
The back of our head. What?
Yeah.
So the neighbour was there, so I was like, shit, I can't fart. I was about to, and there was like a bit of a push on it, so I said, right, I'm not going, and especially with him.
Would it have been a
But
squeaky one or like
I
a
think
real?
it would have been a.
Yeah.
So I said, right, he'll probably hear it. So I went back in anyway and said, couldn't do it. So we sat back down. About 15 minutes later, then I had to stand up.
You said 15 minutes on 15
sorry,
minutes.
So can I? Oh yes, hello. So can I just say I don't like going to the toilet in any other place, other than my house, my home.
Except for when the sister's right next door.
Huh?
Like you won't go if someone's right
no,
next
if somebody's
door.
next door and they can hear me. I don't like it. In my job, I don't like going, I'll take a piss, that's about it. I went in the other day to take a piss and there was a big dookie with no toilet paper.
A wee bit,
toilet.
a wee beige job.
I say wee beige jobby, I'm not messing, it was a fucking baguette. We're talking about GIRTH. I don't know how he fucking squatted it out of him. There was no toilet paper.
You know, it was a he.
There was no toilet paper with it. So he literally,
Please.
and it went on. What are we talking about? Oh yeah,
Well,
my. So we came back in anyway.
How do you know
And-
how he popped it out? You were describing how he actually popped out his shit. How do you know?
I don't know. Anyway, back to the story. A really long story. So I had to stand up at one stage because I felt like I was gonna shit. Like just sitting down, like I wasn't doing anything. So I stood up to try and kind of ease the pain and move a bit.
I've had that.
But I
before,
knew
that pain. It's
it
not
wasn't going away. So I went, oh my
I'm
god,
worried now.
I'm gonna have to take a shit. And she went, yeah, just go. But see, the problem was, there's loads of subplots to this story.
Yeah.
Her mother was painting the skeleton boards, the architrave and the doors, all that kind of stuff.
Around the kitchen area.
Around the kitchen area and the toilet area, which is right beside the kitchen.
And
right
also,
beside
this
our
is
living
in a
room.
kind of a standard semi-D house, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the layout of it is the same.
It's
Just
actually
the
fully
stairs.
attached, but anyway.
A fully detached, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
But the layouts are fairly much the same. I'm just
No,
adding
yeah,
to
yeah.
your thing where there's the stairs. The kitchen's out past the stairs.
Mhm.
There is a sitting room and then a toilet.
Toilet.
Under the.
So, if the house was empty, there was an upstairs bathroom with a window, and I would have went up to that. But all the sisters were in the house, and I think they were taking showers and they were doing all. So I wasn't going upstairs. Looked like a fucking looking like an old Jimmy Ridlow Savage. So a Savage, Jimmy Savile. I didn't have a cigar. So
Right.
I went on anyway, and I went out, and I went, right, I'm going to have to take a shit. So the only place to go was the toilet downstairs, which is underneath the stairs, no window, no extractor fan. So I went out to the hallway, and who was I caught by? Her mother. And I went, hi. I went,
I would have left.
I said,
I was shit in the car.
I was so gonna drive
I
home,
would've
but I
shat in
knew
the
I
car.
wouldn't make it. So I went, is the paint dry? Can I use the bathroom?
Right.
I was trying to make it out that I was taking a piss, so
Yeah.
hopefully she did that. So then she was being very nice, and then took her time with dabbing the door to see if it was still dry. So then me all the time thinking, move, bitch. I was gonna shoulder her.
This is like Dumb and Dumber.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. It was a proper Dumb and Dumber. So she said, no, walk away. And where the bathroom is, or where the toilet is, right across the hallway is the main living room where the dad and the mum are in watching television with the door open. So then I go into the toilet, lock it, sit down, and the minute I sit
Evacuate.
down, it just went and I went, oh. No.
It was like soup coming out of a thermos.
Yeah, like
Runny soup.
Runny soup, but also with croutons in it. So I
Glad
went
you
a
looked
big,
at it.
I went a big, but so there was that sound, and I was like, oh god, what's going
There's
on?
nothing worse than a big air bubble comes out when you're trying
But
to
that's
have
what
one.
it was. But then I realised the parents paused the television because the mum asked the dad something. So then I had to do basically a tap, where basically, do you know the taps where you push in the button
Yeah.
and it only stays on for so long
Oh,
and then it
yeah.
comes out.
Did I have one of them?
No,
Oh, no,
I
sorry,
had
yes,
to do
yes,
that
yes.
with my sphincter. So I had to literally dribble it out every now and again because they were talking. So it was like a.
I'm having spaghetti bolognese later.
And I was feeling nauseous because we're among friends. Mike on, Gavin.
Yeah.
The smell was unnatural. It wasn't like a normal shit smell. I don't know what it was.
When you hold it in.
So anyway, I was there and I finally came to the end of it. Looked beside me, and the toilet paper was one ply. Now I'm sorry, my girlfriend, she's amazing, great and all, but her family are fucking animals. Who, in their right mind, in 2016, no matter how bad off, money-wise or whatever you are, who gets one-ply toilet paper? I would have been better off shoving that whole roll up my house as a tampon.
Yeah.
Because I wrapped and wrapped
You should
and
have got
wrapped
the toilet
and
brush and
wrapped.
scrubbed your arse with it.
I wiped. Still soakage. So that's all I can say. So that was my very uncomfortable, very still sore afterwards.
Very long telling.
Very long telling. Very long stanking. Oh, and thank God. And then I came out the bathroom.
Yeah.
Came out and I was so worried that the smell was gonna appear, but thankfully the paint covered it over. So I think from now.
You think it covered
So from
it.
now until eternity.
You were sitting inside. Don't forget, you were sitting in the stank, and you came out and you smelled the paint.
She came out and had a quick sniff because I got it because I was so embarrassed.
You did not.
Yeah,
What is wrong with people nowadays?
But I was so embarrassed. So now for the rest of eternity, my ass fumes is in her aftershave.
You can't say that she doesn't love you to go out and smell that stink.
It was.
What is it about your bowels?
Yeah, I don't know. Recently it's gone really bad. I don't know what.
Because we used to always slag you that when you used to always eat curry noodles and all the time, that you were going to shit yourself all the time, and nothing ever happened. Maybe that's it. Oh no, well you do have.
Yeah, it was scary.
I must say,
I had the cold.
The first time you told me that story it was funny, but that detailed one was much better.
Much detailed one.
That one there, the long ass one.
My house was long after that. It was a dragon. It was like a dragon.
So I told you should buy one of those little like survival.
And the worst thing is I couldn't put on a video to mask it.
I was trying to say this to you the other day, in front of Boss Man, and every time I said this, you started talking and butted in on me. Say you should buy one of those survival shovels, little ones. And dig a latrine.
If it was solid, I would have had to fucking mix
and do it
up
out in the garden, or do it on the road going by.
I would have. I was in that much pain, and I was that worried about
one person that wants to be a treasure hunter when they're playing those games can't find his direction anywhere.
What?
Go on anyway.
I would have. I had that much of a pain. I was that worried. Yeah. That I was so tempted of driving home, but I knew I wouldn't have made it to the car. I don't know where it came from. It was just that bout. I had a bit of a bout when I came home, and
you came home and proceeded to tell the mother, the father.
I wanted a hug.
The granny.
The granny wasn't there. The poor nanny. That would have been bigger than her when they came out with me. Ooh, it was just pure stank.
Like so bleeding a dirty radiator.
So could we say the title could be something like GIRTH and poo, GIRTH and shit,
GIRTH and one ply.
GIRTH and one ply.
One ply. No, one ply GIRTH.
One ply of GIRTH. One ply of GIRTH. That wouldn't go down well. We'd be banned.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But GIRTH is all
GIRTH and one ply.
GIRTH, like what animals?
I know that's bad. When things get bad, you don't go one ply.
I just love.
It's not an eco thing.
And I told her
it's
that.
just pure.
I don't know why it is. I looked at her and I said, "Do you know what I noticed? One ply." And she lost it. She started crying. Tears were rolling down her face, and she was doing the whole.
Because it's not as if it's not being used. I'm sure that toilet is used quite often.
You know what? And because there's all girls apart from one fella.
Yeah.
So there's not a lack of supply of certain products. I was very tempted. Isn't that bad?
Yeah, but you could have taken the wrong person's one, and then they come down and notice, and they're like, "What has he been doing in there?"
Sniffing fruit.
No one said it. Whoa. No one said anything about that. Well, it is you.
I have a rotten story to tell you about the dog.
Right.
But I don't think I should say it in this video.
Why not? You know Gavin wants to hear it.
She probably won't hear this.
Yeah. You know that with the people that watch this video use earphones or go into a different room because they don't know what is being said.
The dog pulled out I don't think I should say this. No, I can't. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't think I could.
Go on, we have 10 minutes left.
Pulled out something that was used from the from
Right.
the bin.
Yeah.
And proceeded to drag it around the house and bite it into small little bits. This was on the 2 weeks.
What were you leaving a Johnny in there for?
And I remember just going, what's wrong with that? And I looked and I went, oh.
I told you about years ago with the in school with one of those.
Stuck on the board.
No,
Oh, that's what we
years
said.
ago they thought that they didn't get me with it, but it could have been close to getting me with it. When I got my scooter back in 6th year, it was only a month. It was only in the last month of school, in secondary school. Like you don't really know, but we were all messers, like proper messers, like childish messers, not fucking stupid prankster type things. But there was one of those things floating around, a pad floating around, along like one with wings, the wings that stick.
Dwingly wings.
And I was driving out with my bike out the front gate talking to everyone, and thank God Sue Pender was there. She ran over, Biggie, over. Doc had got some red sauce and rubbed it on it and stuck it to the front bumper of my bike, or the front mudguard of my bike. And I was going to drive down Nace with this thing on the front of the bike with him pissing his bollocks laughing behind. And only that she came over and goes, Mickey, and then picks it up and walks off with it. That would not have been funny at all. No, I did have a silver helmet with the thing. He would have fallen off, I think.
He was on it?
No, he was on his own bike behind, and I turned around and he was pissing himself. But if we had gone down the town, he would have lost, he would have crashed, he would have. Yeah, ever since then, I just think of my bike, I do. And it was red as well, the bike, the scooter bike. But yeah, sanitary wear is kind of...
Sometimes I do think maybe it's worth investing
in
in
my
those.
mind.
I have a sweaty house sometimes in mine, so I'm thinking I should invest in them.
Bit of lineage.
So I have to do.
What?
I'm sorry.
Why are you stroking your own? Why are you stroking your air asshole? An air asshole.
I do have to do the old midday wipe.
Yeah, you've said that in a previous video.
Right.
You know what I like with this video?
What?
You've taught most of it, which is brilliant. Because usually you're a backseat passenger.
Taxi driver.
Driver, yeah.
Go on, John.
Why did I grunt? What was the grunt for? The grunt wasn't needed.
What did you say we have to go to 35 minutes?
35 or so.
Yes, she's pushing it after again.
Yeah, well, we're near the end of this bit. Probably this bit of the video is us falling off the top and looking up, and you in your little banjo suit. Or what suit was it that you used to wear?
Banjo and kazooie, was it?
Was that banjo and kazooie suit? Was it here?
Look, it's nearly 4:20.
4:20.
4:20, blaze. 8:40, double hit. It's a hippie town.
Is it?
But yeah, well,
oh yeah, I remember them shouting on about
always going on
Snoop
about
Dogg
it,
or something with the
420
420 or whatever.
Apparently, I didn't know what it meant, so I googled it. Apparently, they all met years ago. It was a time where people all met. I didn't know.
Alright.
But yeah, they all met at 4:20 to hide and do that kind of thing. Down with that sort of thing. 4:20. I would say.
Is it like a minute silence for our homies? Is it?
She watched me, nay.
What's the other one? The
dab.
The dab.
What?
I thought that was something KSI made up himself, and then I realised that there was loads of other people doing it. Because you know me, I'm not into the pop culture anymore.
What you call it? Hippity hop.
I know, not anymore. I used to be. It was good back in the day.
Knackers. That's a good name for testicles, isn't it?
I have to admit, the naughty, around the naughty time, it was good to be, teenager stroke, getting into your into your 20s. Because it was good. No, because for a lot of things, the music was pretty good back then. Like, you still have them playing the Eminems and the Britney Spears and the all those type of, and the fucking, and I'm not saying just at 2000, I'm talking about a couple of years either
DJ
side of
Sammy
that.
and DJ Cammy.
You know what I mean? You had all the fucking club hop, and they still play them, I'm sure now. But also sports and that was just so great back then. Football was proper football then.
Yes.
Not these pansy fucks now that you see.
Which are
playing
Rooney
nowadays. Now,
Ibrahimovic, and he's going to Man United.
well done. You're
fucking
Jesus
I'll tell you, 2
Christ.
football references today. I am fucking surpassing myself.
Hell.
I may lay down after that.
You-
Let's go play
fucking
FIFA.
right. Yeah, I actually watched
Oi,
the
oi.
lads go back and play 96 and 97 FIFA, 96 and 7. Yeah.
Have to get the next time
So-
up. I'm gonna have this on here.
I remember going
And then
down
halfway
to
through the video-
Bulger's and trying to sneak underneath Gary Bulger to get my Mega Drive.
I'm so lost. Yeah, I'm gonna have that in the background. I'm just
What?
gonna minimise it and have that
Oh yeah. Have it all in little tiles
Yeah.
across the screen.
and zooming in and out of it. Right, so I think we've done it.
No, we haven't
Oh,
done
for
it.
fuck's sake.
We'll just continue talking for another few minutes.
By the time we talk about Tom and Gavin and all, it's just
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, we will probably have our new outro at the end of this, maybe.
intro, outro.
Yeah, and our subscribe. You see,
Like
the
a
only thing
chocolate
with
pet.
that, no, I might have to get you to render the video, because I'm thinking to myself,
Or
My-
you could render it on my.
yeah, the
How
same
we-
difference. Your computer. Do it on your when I say you have to render it on your computer, I mean just your computer. I don't mean you. You're not needed in the equation.
Aw.
But that whole little subscribe thing that comes across, I can't obviously do it on the other programs. And a 30-minute video would probably take about 5 hours for me to render. So
Just about time then to put up.
yeah, no, so it's too late this evening. I don't mind doing, and that's what I was thinking. That's another thing about the game and things. We put up videos that are 20 and 30 minutes long. That's all. That's I've tried not to breathe in. I'm not. He just belched in my face.
I'm blue. dude. There's no fan. There's no fan.
What?
I'll just whip it around. That guy, yeah.
No, that it was called for. Even though I did have a shower last night, I'm hoping they were quite sweaty. What was I
Nobody
going to
knows
say?
what's going on now.
No, you don't.
I videoed it. That's weird.
That's the fucking weird. Oh, you didn't see what I was doing there.
I did see what you were doing. That's why I purposely closed my eyes.
There was something I was going to say. Oh yeah, the way we always put up like 20 and 30 minute videos, every other fuckbag out there puts out 4 and 5 and
I
6
know.
minute videos, less than 10 minute videos, because that's the norm now, and you kind of forget that.
Yeah, people's attention span. A lot of
Yeah.
people say that a lot of people only watch like the first 4 minutes of a video. and that's
Depending on,
really good.
depending on who,
I don't know who it is and depending on
exactly.
what they're doing, but yeah. So I'm going to start putting up 4 minutes of me planning my day,
Yeah.
categorising my pornography. What?
Fuck me, you need a wait for that. Jesus.
I actually don't have that
Christ.
much actually saved, to be honest.
Why'd you save it?
I don't. That's what I mean. I don't have
No,
much
but
saved.
why would you have saved it? For
Oh, in
what
the past.
reason? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it's alright
Oh, when the
saving and
internet was
putting it,
shit, I usually...
no, put it on your
I
phone
usually-
or something and
I don't know. I don't
posh
even
one out
think
and
I have-
about, but not
Side of a road.
some bookmarks.
I don't even use bookmarks or anything else other than like YouTube, Facebook, Netflix, and Google. Amazon.
And then the subfolder of the
Dabs.
subfolder. Yeah, no, we're nearly there. Don't relax your cats. We're nearly there. We're at nearly 34 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to start putting up smaller videos, and I'm going to start in that last video. I try to cut up the audio a bit, so I'd say a bit of a sentence, and then I'd stop, and then I'd restart, or like they do nowadays.
Oh,
Like, we're up.
bro.
No, I'm not
Fucking
talking
bro.
about video, but
See,
that's
you're
what.
going there, William.
Yeah,
Shut up.
yeah, no, not the whole. Some people do it after every sentence, which I don't understand.
Hello.
But I was just doing it if I had a like a topic. If I had a sentence or two or a running thought, I'd keep it up and then I'd stop, and then put it back up again. And so we're just gonna change it up a little bit, I suppose, because I would class us as old school. I wouldn't say lazy, because I don't. Fuck off.
9.
No, I wouldn't say that we're lazy things, because we're just stuck. We're stuck into what we used to do at the start, what everyone used to do at the start.
Yeah.
Once you had 15 minutes, you wanted to go in and go to 30 and 25 and 30-minute videos. Because we do zombies and all that, we're not going to do them short. It's all right. But I think we'll do some of them short now. We will.
Oh, we'll definitely.
Ones. Right, finish up.
So another thought that I had on Game of Thrones was...
Please hurry up.
Don't forget the double thumb. Oh yeah, give us a good old thumb up because I need to block it.
You were in 30 that back. Do you want someone to wrap around a one ply?
Wrap around a one ply.
One ply.
On 2 thumbs.
We're doing a picture of that.
And do like a friend, but up my hole. Sorry, Gavin.